and emblems is something that is seen flying in Kilkeel on an everyday basis. These flags and emblems are an important part of our Ulster Scots culture, just the same way flags and emblems are to all cultures right across the world. The Schomberg Society hopes that through this film and by speaking to several Ulster Scots enthusiasts that it will create a better understanding and more tolerance of our flags and emblems in our Ulster Scots culture. Gareth Crozier is the chairperson of the Schomberg Society and has been heavily involved with the promotion of Ulster Scots culture. He has many roles, including involvement with a local marching band and the Greater Mourne's Good Relations Forum. He's a great believer in education about flags and emblems.
Kilkeel would be the heartland of the Ulster Scots here in Mourne. The Schomberg Society is a society based largely around the Ulster Scots culture and traditions. I would identify myself as a true Ulster Scot, having numerous relatives in Scotland, and my surname is Crozier. It's one of the surnames that were in one of the Border Reaver clans. I think it was to do with the Armstrongs. Ulster Scots would largely identify with flags and emblems and would be a great part of our culture. Largely we would identify with the Union flag, or if it's flown on a boat here, the Union Jack, which is more commonly known as. Union Jack, of course, is 2/3 Ulster Scot, I believe, because we have the cross of St Andrews and the cross of St Patrick on it, as well as the St George's cross. We also have an Ulster Scots flag itself. It would be a saltire, which is the St Andrew's cross with the red hand of Ulster and the flower of Scotland on it, which is the thistle. To me, the flag instills pride in your country and cohesion. People fight and die for the flag, and I have a strong belief in it myself. We take great pride in the flags flying around Kilkeel because it's a flag, it's not a rag, so therefore we'll make sure that they're changed regularly. A flag is largely misunderstood. Some people will identify with the Union flag, others won't. A lot of people don't know that the Union flag, for instance, was first flown in Dublin. Largely we need to explain more about the flag, and a lot more education needs to be done on the flag.
To get a young person's perspective, we spoke to James Donaldson, who is an A-level student at Kilkeel High School interested in history and politics.
I identify myself as British, and I see that Britishness is overarching on my second nationality, my second identity, which is being Northern Irish. This Northern Irish identity was moulded by the Ulster Scots who came in, and moulded also with the Irishness that comes with that there too, which I believe has branded me. And my Northern Irish identity should be promoted, and I believe many people can identify with it. And so also, if you look towards the St Patrick's flag, we are there, and that's what we have in our Union Jack with our Scottish flag as well, and that brings up a new identity, and I believe more people can identify with that. I believe it is important that the flag is flown every day of the year, and the reason of this is because it shows that we are proud of our identity. If you look towards the United States, in their schools they swear allegiance to the flag every single day. If you were seen in the United States taking down a flag, you'd be public enemy number one. I believe the Union flag, as it's a Union flag, it unites us in our culture, unites us in our identity.
John is a volunteer with the Schomberg Society and a member of a local accordion band. I spoke to John at Mourne Presbyterian Meeting House.
I'll definitely say I'm an Ulster Scot. My family is Ulster Scots heritage. I'm a McKee. A lot of McKees around this part, and that's a very Ulster Scots name. Ulster Scots language I would use every day, and just little things like that that I feel make me an Ulster Scot. I think flags definitely link us to our heritage, to our past, give us a sense of identity. Everyone has their own flag, every country, every person, and so I think it's very important that we have our flag, that we know what it stands for, what it means, and that we fly it.
This year marks the centenary of the Battle of the Somme. I asked John his opinion on the importance of flags and emblems to mark anniversaries and commemorations.
It's very important to me that, you know, flags and emblems are used for like the commemoration of the Somme. 100 years from that, there was a lot of people locally from Kilkeel and the local area who went and actually fought at the Somme, who gave their life there, and it's very important to use these emblems as a way of commemorating them and the sacrifice that they gave. I think it's nice, especially come remembrance service that we have. It's held outdoors, it's at the cenotaph, and there's wreaths laid on it. It's a very significant time of year, and this cenotaph, it's important to have it, that you can look at it and you can look up the names of all the local people who went and fought in the war. The Union flag is a symbol of my identity. I'm British and I'm an Ulster Scot, and so it's important that that flag is flown. Ulster Scots, it's a very broad topic. There's so much to do, so many different ways that you can get involved, like through the radio, through the technology aspect of it, or through the bands that it has. So much that people can do, and I would encourage them to get more hands-on.